we're starting right now.
Where you go?
He's down there. It just takes the live stream to a few seconds to get it going. All right, we should be live. It's just updating.
We should be.
It just hadn't popped up yet.
We're live.
We're live.
We are live.
All right.
Not on mine.
Well,
Yeah, we are.
There we go.
Oh, never mind. Shane, we see your hand.
Can you see me now?
See you now.
David's mama's on here, so we know we live.
All right. If Rusty Hooks live episode 13. We got a little Zoom meeting set up tonight with
Why is
Mr.
this thing
Shane
so far behind?
Lineberger. Shane, where you at?
Always is on mine.
I'm a late fall.
Like you follow.
Let us look at the comments. You'll explain to the people where Lake Eufaula is.
It is in the armpit of the world.
What, because you had to walk outside and walk 2 miles before you could get signal?
Ain't that fact? Lake Eufaula is Stratham, Georgia, Alabama line, about real far from Florida. So it kind of gives you an idea about where it's at down in that little corner. Down there, it's big bass capital of the world. What sign says you get down.
Yeah, I've been there a good many times. It's a nice lake. I love it.
My first time. It's got some really good fishing. I mean, so far it's been okay for me. I haven't set the world on fire, but I think I can catch some. I just don't. I mean, the weather's been kind of messed up with that tropical storm and stuff. It's rained and then the sun come out, then a storm, and it's just been crazy weather. Not very stable. But, you know, fish still seem to be biting halfway decent.
How many alligators you seen?
Today, I fished up Lake today from Lake Point State Park up the river this little piece. And I never one time set the boat down where I didn't see at least one.
That place is slam eat up with alligators.
I think the most I've seen in one place was 5.
Yeah.
No great big ones. The biggest one was probably 8 or 9 foot. But lots of them 5, 6 footers.
There's one probably 1,500 pounds over there in the Witch's Ditch.
Yeah, I hadn't been to the Witch's Ditch yet. And
Rob told me he's seen it already.
Who did?
Rob.
Rob did it?
You
Yeah,
can't
he's
hear
probably
Shane.
up there
I
today.
can't hear Shane.
No.
I can barely hear him.
Why can't y'all hear me?
All
That-
right. I just cranked up your volume.
Oh, that would help.
You're usually loud in studio, so I figure you might be too loud on the phone. Since
Are
you're
y'all hearing Shane better now out there? Speak up, Shane.
Can you hear me now?
No.
We
I
got
can't.
we got a perfect on there now. That's
There
not
we go.
coming through
That's
that.
good.
It's coming through this.
Oh.
Wonder why. Okay. You're the technical man.
All right. Can
It
now.
said can now. Okay,
You
good.
got it. All right.
All right, Lineberger, start over.
Oh, good. Maybe nobody heard that first.
That
part.
was a rehearsal.
Yeah,
No
that's
stuttering
right.
this time.
Now we're going for real.
Yeah. Now we're gonna see if the same story you just told is the same one you tell again.
Oh, well, no, the fish has been kind of up and down. I mean, they're biting a little bit. Right now, I think you catch one about any way you want to. I mean, I know there's a lot of guys out there that's just fishing out deep. I'm obviously not doing that. I have spent a little time out there. To me, it all looks the same. This place is full of flooded timber, so about every spot you look on your graph and say, well, that'd be a nice out spot. You go out there and graph around. First thing you see is trees. So, I can't seem to get that going. I'm going to spend a little more time tomorrow doing that. I mean, I've been fishing shallow. Yesterday, I think I had 10 or 12 bites. I don't know, pretty decent. This morning I had several bites and kind of left it alone and just went looking for other areas and just kind of fizzled on me. You know, I think it's what I've seen so far seem to be very area specific. You know, when they're in an area, when you get an area that has them, obviously they're not bashful to bite. Just it's kind of crazy. You know, this lake's really taken a beating the last couple of weeks. You know, they had the Toyota Series here last week. So obviously it's had a whole bunch of pressure.
What's the so obviously it seems to be postponed, right?
Yeah.
What's the water temp down there? Is any shad spawn lingering around, or can you tell
I
us that
haven't-
stuff? Or?
I haven't seen any. The water temperature is about 80 degrees,
Okay.
give or take. Depends on where you're at. But they do seem to be quite a few fish still shallow. And from what I can gather, what's out deep has been harassed so much, you know, that they're not real happy right now.
Well, that's good for a shallow water, man.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel 100% sure it's going to get one out there. But, you know, obviously, like we seen in the Toyota Series last week, guy had 50 pounds after 2 days. Comes in on day 3 with 11. So, I mean, you know, it's not rock solid. So, we'll see.
Have they gotten as much rain as we have? I mean, we haven't gotten any recently. Is the water high or?
You know, the water, to me, it looks like it's full. And I really wouldn't know if it was high because it's the first time I've ever been here. But, you know, a lot of the shoreline grass and stuff has good water on it. All the pads have good water on them. So, I mean, I don't know. It may be a little high.
Well, if it's low, you pretty much want to stay in that safe channel, leaving out the park there where you go out of.
Yeah, I noticed that this morning. And
But
I
if
put
it's
in there-
high, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, if it's high, you can just roll out. But it's, you know, I didn't know this morning, so I stayed in that little channel going out of there. So
Smart. I know you should get
Yeah.
your foot in knocked off in practice.
well, they put those markers up there for a reason.
That's
you know,
right.
They don't do that just
That's
for
right.
kicks.
That's right. I wouldn't think it would be low as much rain as everybody's had. I don't know how they could have it low.
Did
No,
I guess the water doesn't look like it did for the MLF event. Remember what it looked like there? It looked like
Yeah, it was pretty.
coffee.
Yeah, it was pretty
creamer in it.
yeah, no. It's right now. It's got about 10 inches of visibility, maybe 8 to 10 inches, something like that. The further you go down the lake, the clearer it gets. About like, you know, anywhere else, the bigger the water gets, it clears up some. But it's got a real nice color to it. That's not too dirty and it's not too clear.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
Well,
but for me, it's just going to be a matter of covering enough water to get 5 each day. You know, it's this is going to be one of them deals where I think you can get 5. It's going to be stumbling across a couple of those 4 to 5 pounders to get you up there where you need to be.
So we saw so Bass Live is actually going to be on ESPN2 this week.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So that does it actually start Wednesday or does it start Thursday?
Tournament starts Wednesday.
So you fish Wednesday to Saturday?
Wednesday to Saturday. Hopefully we get to fish Saturday. It'd be nice.
Yeah, but that's a little different, isn't it? Doesn't Bass usually fish Thursday, Friday,
they usually
Saturday,
fish
Sunday?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they changed it up this time. They, you know, nobody really said, and it don't matter
I think
to me
they
what
did it probably because they're cutting your practice back a day just because of all this coronavirus stuff, just to cut it a day probably.
They hadn't cut our practice back a day. We
I
just
thought
started
you
on
started
Sunday.
Sunday.
They usually start
Yeah,
Monday.
started. We're gonna practice Sunday, Monday.
Oh,
Tuesday.
okay, that's right. That's right. I don't know. I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah, we'll get 3 days.
Well, enough about the fishing. Who's doing the cooking while y'all there?
You know who's doing the cooking down here? Old Big Die.
What's he cooking y'all?
I don't know what he's cooking tonight. Let's see. Sunday night we had pork chops, and last night we had fish. You know, him and Todd, they got to have some fish. Them boys, I think they eat fish about 8 days a week if they could.
Well, keep the hot spices out of his hands when he's cooking, as long as you do that, because he likes to use the whole bottle.
He can do whatever he wants to. It's good. That's
As long
all
as
that
he's,
matters.
long as he's cooking, it's fine, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have to go to Taco Bell and eat, I'm good.
Yeah, that's a lot better than that. And I don't know if I want to go downtown Eufaula to eat. How close are y'all to
no.
town?
We're about 15 minutes from town, probably.
Okay.
On past
got
the
you.
town you follow.
So y'all are down the lake. The house you're in is down the lake.
Right. We're actually in Abbeville. We're right at the mouth of White Oak Creek.
I got you. Yep.
Shane, we got a question for you. Eric I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Lingerfelt wants to know
Yeah.
what your main strategy is going to be.
I'm going to fish grass. I'm going to fish docks. And I'm going to fish rocks. So it just kind of, whatever gets in front of me. I'm just covering a lot of water. Next week I'll divulge exactly what I am doing. I just don't want to.
Well, he's a Lake Norman fisherman. You know he's going to fish rocks and docks.
Right.
That's
And
right.
then whatever else the lake has to offer, he'll add that in.
Well, when Lake Norman had grass, he fished grass too on Lake
That's
Norman.
true, but that's
Yeah.
not been very
Yeah.
often.
Actually, I did win a tournament out of grass on Norman before they killed it.
Really?
But
Yeah,
I never was told that.
I wasn't allowed to tell anybody.
well, I really didn't want everybody to know. But now that the grass is gone, it really doesn't matter.
In fact, after he won that tournament, he called the DNR and told them where it was, and they came and sprayed it.
Wasn't that nice of
Yeah,
him?
you
No,
bet
he
I
didn't
did.
tell anybody because they would have called and told him to come spray it.
Yeah. Yeah. My partner didn't even realize he was catching them out of the grass. What was that tell you?
That wasn't me.
No,
I did know that
That-
you won. I did know that you won out of it, though.
that would be old Fathead Johnson.
We got any questions on here?
The only other question I see so far is they want to know. Taylor Lawson wants to know how you did at High Rock. You didn't go to High
no,
Rock.
I didn't go to High Rock. I decided to stay at Wiley and take Sea Rights money. 'Cause it's a little easier than fishing to get some sticks at High Rock. I knew I could get Sea Rights money, so I stayed here.
You got mine too.
Yeah, got a little lucky, but
And Davis.
Well, he said it was going.
Well,
He
I
said it was
finished
going to be easy.
Oh,
said what?
He said it was going to be easy. DVD said you got his money.
Yeah, we got lucky.
Yeah, everybody on here knows why you didn't go to High Rock.
'Cause I got to fish it the next four weekend days in a row. That's why I didn't go this
No,
weekend.
I know why. You didn't go.
And
to
it
High
was
Rock
too
because-
high to get under the bridges.
You didn't go because Roger wouldn't ride in the rod box. Why you
Really?
didn't go.
Really?
Dang.
Really? Well, I think you need to find you a Roger. Maybe you'd do a little bit better
Hey,
out there on the road.
I was gonna call him and ask him if he'd come ride my rod box down here.
you can't afford it.
I get him or Johnson one to ride in the rod box.
Be a big rod box.
It'd have to be a pretty dang big rod box. Johnson would probably like to get in the rod box with Roger.
Oh man.
Mm.
He said or, not and.
No, I think they'd like to
as
get
we
in.
digress.
Oh my gosh.
So I know it's early. So where y'all taking out from? We had some people join kind of late. So Eufaula is actually is it in Florida or is it in Georgia?
It's in Alabama actually.
Alabama. So I don't even know where it was.
It's in Alabama and Georgia. It's on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, but Lake Point State Park is in Alabama.
And then if you was to lock through, you could go to Seminole, which is on
Seminole.
the Florida
Seminole. That's what I'm
Georgia
thinking.
line.
That's right.
Not Eufaula. I was
Yeah.
thinking Seminole, which is just as dangerous.
I don't know if that lock does that lock even work anymore.
Yeah.
I think the last
No,
time I was
it-
down
it
there, it wasn't
was-
working.
Yeah, this place here is not even remotely close to being as dangerous as Seminole.
I don't think I would lock out of there to go to Seminole anyway.
Absolutely not. Nah. No.
So have you seen enough or talked to enough people what you think it's going to take to win, or what you
Man,
think it'll take a day to make a is it the top 35? Get a check
No, I think we do 40 couple now.
40 couple.
But no, I don't know. It's it could be like we seen in that Toyota series last week, if somebody catches 25 a day, which is obviously out there, you're talking about 100 pounds.
Yep.
I don't think it'll take that. I think it'll take, I'm going to say 85 to 87 pounds to win.
Probably right.
And I'm going to say it'll take, 13 a day to make the day 3 cut. So 26 pounds to make the day 3 cut.
26 today. Okay.
To
so
make
13 a
the day 3 cut.
All right.
That's about what I figured. 13 today will probably make the cut.
Well,
Hey,
on
David, look up
that,
and see what it made
on that,
took to make the cut on the Toyota series.
the Toyota series last week, 40th place was 13 a day.
That's
13.
about right. That's about what I
Okay.
figured. About 30. Yep.
So that's just 5 good solid keepers.
Oh, and
That's
that
right.
place has them. I promise you.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Oh, they live here.
yeah.
They
It's
had
not
they had a
called-
team tournament down here yesterday. It took 26 pounds to win it.
It's not called what do they call it? Big Bass Capital or whatever it is.
Big bass capital of the world.
Yeah, I don't call it that for nothing, right?
That's right.
Who started it? Didn't Tom Mann have something down there or something that started all that?
Yeah, that's where he's from down here. The road you drive in on is the Tom Mann Memorial Highway.
How about that?
Ask Big Di about the time we was down there and we was leaving out of that state park. When you come out there and get on the main road, it's a 4-lane road. There's 2 lanes and there's a big medium and there's another 2 lanes. Well,
Yep.
he just come out of there. We was going to town. He just turned on the first 2 lanes and started up through there. And he said, "What's wrong with these crazy people? They keep flashing their lights at me." And I said, "It might be because you on the wrong side of the road."
Oh my God, no, he didn't.
Ask him about that.
Was he towing a boat too?
No, we was going to eat.
Y'all stayed
You
at the
wanna talk
state
about
park.
He was just headed straight to everybody. I said, "You see that medium over there, don't you? That's the other side of the road over there, sir."
Oh my God, no, he didn't.
Oh yeah.
What
What
a
other
dingling.
questions we got on here?
The only question else I see on here is asking for you to give an update on Lake Wiley on Sunday.
Taylor Lawson wants to know if Shane's talking to Matt Airy to see how he's doing.
I actually did talk to Matt today, but I did not ask him how he was doing. You're not gonna get the truth out of anybody anyway.
That's true.
So and that's not a jab at Matt or anything. That's just the way everybody is. They don't want to.
That's one thing
They
I'd
don't-
hate to do is go out of town and listen to everybody because
That's
usually
right.
whatever people telling you when you see them fishing, they're usually not doing what they're telling you. So,
That's right.
and I don't blame
So-
people, but I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not one to just lie to people, but I'm not going to tell them everything. I'm not going to stop them to tell them what I'm doing and where I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's
nice.
right. So you better off to
Whatever.
not create that situation.
That's like playing poker and me showing you my hand before I bet. Come on.
Well, I mean, most of us pretty much know what it is anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
They didn't today, is what
Nah.
They didn't today, is what I heard.
Nah, it wasn't
Uh-oh.
good. It wasn't good for the home team today, Lineberger.
Uh-oh.
It paid to run a Triton today on the card table. let's leave it there.
They paid to wear a jersey at the card table.
That's right.
Oh, Lord.
He's changed
Uh.
shirts twice since he's been here, Shane.
That's because y'all had him sweating playing cards.
That's true. They had me sweating. Okay, let's get the sea rights question. He's dying to get in this. It
All
says get.
Oh, he said on Sunday. He didn't say Saturday. We lost Shane.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can hear him.
We can hear you.
I can hear you, too. I'm trying to figure out how to get it back.
He dropped his phone in the water.
Give us an update from Wiley on Sunday. Well, I didn't fish Sunday, sea right, so I really can't give you an update.
Seawright's looking for some wind blowing up his skirt. Mike Seawright won the Carolina Top 60 with 12.8 something pounds. So
What did it take to win? What did it take to win Saturday? What was the weight Saturday?
I don't know.
1602.
1602 Saturday. Okay, I see. I see.
I thought it was 1604.
It might have been 1604.
It was 1602.
1602 said, you know,
I can't
Y'all
say.
need to go ahead. Y'all need to go ahead and tell everybody who won that.
they
tournament.
already know. They already know. See, right. What was second place on Saturday? I think it was 12 something. Is that correct? Didn't you get second, David?
I did.
Okay, David got second.
I had to turn mine loose before we put the boat. on
Okay,
the
so
trailer.
Brandon didn't weigh in Saturday. Okay, let's get down to sea right. What did Seawright have Saturday?
He only caught 4 fish all day, from what I heard.
That's right. He did not have a limit.
We did have 5, but I knew David had 12, and I heard somebody had 18, which I figured was
Smoke.
15 pounds at the best. But I knew there was only two places
yeah.
paid, and I knew that 10 pounds wasn't going to be either one of them. So,
And I saw the fish he threw back, and it was about 10 pounds.
so I let him go
So
and put the boat on a trailer and drove to the parking lot and said congratulations to Mr. Scott Hamrick as he was making a video with Mike Seawright.
well, Seawright did congratulate me. He was a sore. He wasn't a sore loser. I'll give him that. He really, and then he invited me to dinner so he could beat the information out of me for Sunday.
That's right. Second place was not only David, it was David's dad, which is
It's his birthday,
which was his birthday.
which I was glad he got some money on his birthday. But
Well, how many boats did y'all have for Saturday?
We had like 16, didn't
16 or something.
How
Sunday
many
they
they have
had
on Sunday?
8.
we? I don't know. 8 on Sunday?
They had 8 Sunday because
Eight.
that was his fish off, and people just didn't. They didn't that many people fish because then he just had to have the fish off because he had to cancel a bunch of tournaments. So and you were out of town. You were one of them.
I didn't come because I got my butt kicked so bad on Saturday.
I'm kind of hating I didn't get up and go.
Well, I did go out there, but I did not get in the tournament, which I'm glad I did because my cranking battery died again at 9:30.
You may get a new
Lord.
cranking battery.
They told me there was nothing wrong with it, but I got it tested again today, and there was something wrong with
Shane
it
can
today.
get you one of those nice batteries he uses. What kind of batteries is them, Shane?
We working on that. Some lithium pros. We
Lithium
working on that.
Pros. There you go.
David, you got your
We
batteries
working
fixed
on
yet?
that.
You still running? Are you still running across?
Well, I'm running a crossbreed set right now. No, I actually did talk to them at Rely On, and they told me I need to hook it back up to another battery by jumper cables and plug it back to the charger. It's probably asleep. So
Dang.
I have not had
So
the
they
opportunity.
told you what I told you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. But I have not had the chance to slow down to fool with it.
I understand.
Well, next week's going to be the big battle
That's
show.
right. 1v1s next week, Lineberger.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We've changed the name of it.
No, we haven't.
Uh-oh.
Just leave it at that.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be. What was calling the belt?
I don't know.
It's called. We've changed the name of the tournament.
It's not.
Yeah.
Your name's
So what?
Seawright's fished with 2 or 3 different people this last weekend, and David.
Oh, God.
So we're going to call it Boat Ho against Boat Ho.
Oh, I thought you was gonna call it the Boat Ho Invitational.
Yeah, that too. we gotta be nice. Seawright's wife's on here. Let's be nice.
Hey, that's a good idea from your mama there.
Yeah, we
Needs
do.
to stock batteries.
The problem with lithiums is it's a lot of overhead to stock
Well,
to grow dust.
that's true.
Now I can order at any given point in time. I can have them in less than 12 hours. The distribution center is directly behind my house. It's a phone
And-
call and a pickup.
Unless he needs them.
Unless you need them, is what
Well,
Shane said.
Yeah. Customer service at its finest, Shane. Just remember that.
Oh, you got to look after the customer. It don't
That's-
matter if you need them or not.
That's right.
Well, a lot of stuff's starting to open back up. So there was a lot that went on at High Rock this weekend, right?
Yeah, they had a Piedmont Division BFL at High Rock.
On Saturday.
Yeah, and
Didn't
they
have
had.
Sunday
I
too?
don't think there was 87 boats in it, maybe, and I think there was 12 limits weighed in.
Wow.
So
Tough.
12 limits, 17 pounds.
I don't think you could get under the bridges, so that pretty much
Okay.
cuts off about half the lake. So it's probably everybody was on top of everybody.
I know you said 17, Shane. I know 17 are right around their one. Who do you know who won? I didn't look.
One of the locals over there. I'm trying to think what his name was. I mean, I knew a couple of the big sticks over there. Blank.
I saw that. I saw Sink blanked.
David Wright.
David Wright.
I don't know
blanked.
if he didn't have anything or just didn't weigh anything, but I know they blanked on the readout. But
I think it took 11 pounds to get a check.
yep. I think it took 9.
9.
Yeah.
9
I was gonna say, I don't think it took that much.
You know, I've been over a lot of times in the BFL in June, and the 9 pounds to get you a check, but then sometimes 15 pounds won't get you a check. It's weird.
Yeah,
That's
I've been over
right.
there before.
It
at
all
the same
depends on the
time.
water.
I've been over there at the same time where one fish wins the whole tournament.
That's probably I mean, yeah, they had one time. One time they had one in early March when it was real cold, and nobody hardly had nothing. And one guy caught a bunch of fish off of one little spot on a jerkbait or something and won it.
I fished one at Greenwood one time. A guy won it with 3 fish. It was a BFL. Well, it wasn't me. It was a Redman then. Dude won it with 3 fish.
They're probably grown ones down there though.
It was in July. It was so hot.
I think by this weekend though, they'll have that water down. They should, where you can get under the bridges and things is going to get a little more stabilized, and it's probably going to be a lot better bite this weekend. At least I'm hoping it's that way.
That's right. You're going this weekend.
Yeah, I'm
right?
gonna go Thursday and Friday probably practice because I hadn't really been over there in a while. So see if we can figure out something. Get some of Lineberger's holes if he'll give them to me.
Nope,
Did,
can't give no holes away at High Rock.
Yeah.
You gotta pay.
I mean, he gets them from other people. Why can't he give them to me? He gives them to everybody else.
Well, you want to know? I know. Well,
You know him?
Yeah.
We'll talk after this
All right.
show.
It's gonna cost more than $10.
You
I
don't
got
need
a lot.
none of my holes over there. You always do. You always do okay over there.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Wasn't there another BFL Sunday or something?
They're back to back. The one that was scheduled here at Wiley in April, they've moved it to Sunday at High Rock, so they can have back to back on the
Saturday?
same lake. Yeah.
You gonna fish both of them?
Fishing
Depends
for
on
the
how
point.
Saturday
No, I'm
goes?
fishing for the points, so I'm
Okay.
signed up for both of them. And then the next weekend, actually, the ABA North Carolina division is back over there back to back because they moved the Baden one to there, just like the BFL. So that's back to back the next weekend. So I really need some holes, really. If you know anything.
Whose boat did we fished out of his boat on Baden. I was saying, I'll give you a trail on Baden for the right price. There's about 14 pounds on it.
I could probably help you at Baden. I'm not.
He don't want to give
Not
up nothing
much
at the Rock. Too
I
many
don't
big
know
tournaments at the Rock.
I don't know nothing at the Rock. Most everything I know at the Rock, I've been showed. So,
Who showed it to you?
Mr. Jerry Bono showed me about everything I know over there.
Really?
Yep.
Well, maybe I need to. Well, he'll probably be in the tournament. I can't call him.
He is fishing. He is fishing on Sunday. He has to work on Saturdays, but he is fishing on
So he's
Sunday.
probably liking that BFL being on Sunday.
Well, he's happy to get to fish a big tournament for a change. He usually gets stuck fishing the little stuff, that don't pay anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They just, we don't have a lot of tournaments on Sunday.
I figure they'll get a pretty good crowd because the North Carolina division at Norman, what do they have this year?
140 something. It was a big.
140
It was a
something.
big
So I
field.
mean, they're probably gonna get over 100, I would think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You going up there, David?
No,
Really?
no, I'm not.
No,
going.
why would he go? It ain't on Lake Wiley.
Oh,
He
boy.
done pretty good at Lake Norman last time he fished.
He did do good at Lake Norman last time he fished.
Oh Lord.
But still,
I gotta give him a hard
Yeah,
time.
no, I
Y'all
moved it
been
back up front for all my customers to
y'all
see.
being awful easy on him today. I'm gonna get on him a little bit.
We're gonna be easy on him. He's hurting. His pocketbook's hurting today. We're gonna be easy on him.
I'm a-okay, boys. We are good.
He's game facing for Hickory already, Shane.
I'm not worried
Oh,
about
is
that.
that
one
what it
either.
is?
Yep.
Is that what it is? You got the game face on already?
No.
That
Shane,
probably
you know
means-
me. I'm gonna take it one day at a time, buddy.
There you go.
Well,
That's the best way to do
we
it.
need to get Seawright up here talking about it, and let's just see what he's got to see. He gets all humble when he gets on live, though. He likes to talk a lot of trash till he gets
Boy, I
on
tell
live.
you what, if the whole viewership could see the group text, they'd be appalled.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
So
It's
Shane,
awful.
Kevin Thomas says, "Be careful below the causeway." It says a 10-mile-an-hour wind will put whitecaps on that lake. That's in the comments. I know you can't see them because you're on Zoom, but I don't know where the causeway is, but I'm sure you've been.
I don't know where the causeway is either.
Okay. Well, don't go below it if it's blowing. If
I
you-
think he's probably
it's fine.
talking. He's probably talking about the causeway. He's probably talking about the big bridge there that runs across there. That big, all the rocks where you can go under the bridge, and then it's got 2 tunnels you can go under. I believe that's when you go past that. That's where the big water is. That's probably what he's talking about, and it can get real rough. So
And then you
I got you.
You got
What
an
I've
invite
seen
on
this
there.
lake
What's that?
is I put in the back of White Oak Creek yesterday, and put in up there at the state park today, and probably hadn't burned 10 gallons of gas both days. So
And we got some people getting mad at us.
what?
Who's getting what?
I don't know. We got some friendly faces on there.
Why?
I don't know.
uh-oh.
What'd you say, Shane?
I hadn't said anything. I don't guess.
All right.
All right, if
Other
people
than
are going to
aggrava-
frown, you
other-
at least got to tell us what we did.
Other than ribbing David a little bit. I mean,
That was his mama doing that. I
Was
said, yeah, she's mad. She's
oh,
probably mad
okay.
because he was ripping on you. I'm not ripping on you today. I'm being very nice to you today.
Yeah, Taylor Lawson wants to know if you want a passenger on Friday. You got somebody practicing with you?
I
already?
do. The guy that fish signs up with
He's
me.
got Hoover
No,
practicing
I don't
with him.
have
Get
Hoover.
him guide tripping.
I don't have Hoover.
You got
I don't
Shorty
need to have
coming?
Hoover. I know everything he knows.
You got
So,
Shorty coming with you?
Short man's going with me Friday.
Short man.
Yep,
I hadn't seen him in a while. How's he doing?
he's doing real good.
He's still short.
Ornery and as ever, but I call him old curmudgeon.
You just have to
curmudgeon.
keep.
Yeah, that's what
You
I
just
call him. I
have to
call him the
keep
old
him-
curmudgeon.
You just have to keep him and Chris Dover apart.
Let me tell you, let me break down a fishing trip with me and Shorty. We'll go out there, say we're at High Rock, and we'll go fish a little bit, and I'll look back at him and tell him 2 or 3 times, I'm kicking your butt today. And then we'll pull up on the dock, and I'll slide a jig up under the dock, and then I'll look back at him, and I'll say, I would tell you I was a surgeon with this thing, son. And he'll say, every time he'll say, never heard that, sir. that's pretty much us in the day. We do that all day long, and then I'll pull up on a place. I said, I bet this is a dollar spot right here. I'll get you one right here.
Dollar
He's-
spot.
Yeah, so I get like 2 casts. If I don't catch one, I owe him $1. So we do that. We have play little games, and I usually come out on top.
The only ones I've ever played are the first, the biggest, and the most. It's $1 for each one.
We do that sometimes. One time we was practicing on Norman for a tournament, and I pull in this place, and I'm shaking the fish off. He digs down his back. He loves to tie on stuff. He sits back there at least half the day tying up stuff, different things, and he'll get up and fish a little while, and he'll sit down. He just drives me crazy. But anyway, he sits down there and he digs through his back. He finds one Cinco. He loves to throw a Cinco, so he rigs that thing up, and we're going up through there, and he flips it down through there, and he gets a bite, and he sets the hook a 4-pounder. I look back at him, I said, man, what are you doing? Caught my 4-pounder, right? So then he throws up there again, and he said, ho, I'm hung. About the time he said that, I hit high and went around the dock, and it went pow! I'm like, did you break that off? He said, yep. And that's your only one? He said, yep. I said, man, I hate that. So
No
we
wonder
do this.
your co-anglers don't like you.
Well, no, the man caught my 4-pounder. You know how much a 4-pounder's worth on Lake Norman?
A lot.
Exactly.
So it was a 3.5, right,
I was
Shane?
going to say, 3.5's worth a lot, too. Reputations, legend status.
Yeah, lots of things.
Especially 30 minutes before weigh-in.
Oh Lord.
Probably the last cast.
He already had the
No, it
dagger
wasn't.
in. He already
Oh, he only had
dagger
me
in.
beat. It didn't matter.
Twisted.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
I
you was
blew-
beat at 8:30. You just didn't know it.
Yeah, I blew it at 8:30, so I deserve to lose. So there you go. Hey, you're not gonna win them all, sir.
That's right. That's right.
You know that.
And that's the only way you can look at it.
That's exactly right. Because if you go out there thinking you're gonna win all the time,
Nope.
you're gonna have a bad. You're gonna be in a pretty bad mood all the time.
You'll be humbled a lot.
Exactly.
A
So-
lot.
So while we're talking about 1v1, David, have you and Mike decided what day you're going to fish next week?
It's Tuesday, right?
Tuesday?
I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming, Shane, you on for Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I'm good for Tuesday.
Okay, I have beef jerky and body armors for you.
Oh, no. You
Better have a lot of ice this time because it's gonna be hot.
I'll have that covered too.
Jason 2S, was that the guy that stayed with me? No, that wasn't him. That was Jeff Brackett. Shorty's,
I don't know Shorty's real name. Let's call him Shorty.
his real name's Rodney, but I don't know anybody in the world. His own kids call him Shorty. I call him the short man, but he's a little short curmudgeon, so
He's a good fella though. I like Shorty.
he's a good fella. He's the best guy to take because he takes care of me when we go on the road, and he likes to drive. You know, we go to New York. I say he's from New York. I say, Shorty, I don't know how to get there.
Hey,
So he drives.
Brian New wants to know how to
Yeah.
get one of them fancy shirts. He's on the watch party.
Well, he's on the other. I don't know, man. You have to run a Triton, man. They give them to you.
They
That's
just
all
give
they
they
you
give
want. They
to
just
you.
give them to you. Yeah.
They trade you for them. They'll trade you a shirt for some money.
There you go.
We can do that here too. We got Rusty Hook Live's T-shirt.
Uh-oh,
Rusty
Shane's
Hook's
wife's on
t-shirt.
here. You better start talking nice about her.
She already texted me, told me to keep my camera still. She don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting here trying to hold this camera.
Scroll your camera around and show everybody your view, sir.
This is what I'm looking at right now.
Nice.
Wow.
I think I caught a 5-pounder off that dock one day.
Was the ladder
It
down
ain't
or
too.
up?
I think it was down
I
when I
don't-
was there.
I don't
that's
know
what
why
I
the
thought.
ladder's up, but
Keep you off
Whatever.
from swimming.
Well, go on down there and get in. You can climb back up that ladder.
I'm
I don't
out.
know. Shane, how'd you make it halfway down and stop? You didn't want to go all the way?
Well, there ain't no need to go all the way down. I'm good right here.
It's probably noisy.
I got
down there.
I got a good signal right here, so I'm good.
Uh-oh, Mama's got surgery
Yeah,
Tuesday, David.
Your mom's got some surgery.
Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, we got to reschedule that.
All right. Well, Mama Winners, we'll be
We'll have
we'll be
to
praying for you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I
hope
forgot about that. I didn't know it was actually scheduled that day.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll get it figured out. It's no big deal. We'll just figure it out what day.
We will figure
work it
that out.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt, yes, you're right. He's got to go back up the hill. That's right.
So Dan Weber wants to know if the cat's open on Norman Saturday. Do you know?
Yeah, it is
They're
open.
back on Saturday.
I've heard that they were coming back. I don't.
Yeah,
I
they
don't,
come
I haven't
back.
looked at it.
There's gonna be a cat and a cat open, I think, at the same time.
I hadn't talked to Brett. I don't know.
I heard they
I
was really
seen-
biting
I-
at Norman right now.
Are they?
I think
That's
I
what I
seen
heard.
Anthony posted that.
Okay. So Dan, we believe they're on, and they always got a Pinnacle, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
go out of Pinnacle. Mm-hmm.
Your mom
Yeah,
said
hey,
do not
why-
reschedule. By the way.
While we talking about the cats, David, how about reaching out to out to Brett Collins this week, see if we can't
Get him on.
get
Monday?
him on there for next week, zoom him in or something like that.
All right.
Let him give the updates for that, because I mean,
Well, Shane, we still have one little small conundrum. Our technical man is not going to be
Yeah.
here, and it's going to be up to you and me.
Yeah, you do know that you and
And-
David are flying.
And if your skills with a computer are as bad as they are with your phone, I think we
Snap
might
his
be
head
up a
back real
creek.
quick.
well, we might have to take next week off then.
Nope, can't do it.
No, next week's big trash talking week.
We'll figure it out. I think I can pull it together.
Oh, it is, ain't it? I forgot. Yeah, that'll be the day. Be the podcast before the.
Probably need to get C
Before-
right
We
in here. I want
probably-
to see if we can get him talking a little trash on here.
We probably can zoom Brett in and then deal with C right.
Yeah.
I'll let him make his own bed.
No, I
I'm
got
sure
you.
Brandon would call and walk everybody through the technical stuff.
Yeah, my technical support line, it's not too expensive. It's called plastic support. That's what we call it at work. After your gold support runs out, they call it plastic support because you got to swipe the card before they'll help you.
Charges to crime.
Mm-mm.
You know why he charges to crime, right?
Why's that?
Because crime don't pay.
Is that the Dare Dog saying?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Okay, well, who
no.
else? Who else you gonna tick off on here today?
Who?
I'm just looking.
I mean, I'm sure we can find somebody to fire shots at.
All right, so the elites this week. Oh, MLF is going on this week. You watched
Is
any
it?
of
I
that?
watched it. We watched.
Yeah, the heavy hitter started yesterday
Mark Rose caught a 9.6 today on a spinning reel.
on a shaky head.
What?
Yes.
He caught a 9-pounder.
Well, he
Let
done.
me guess. Let me guess. I haven't seen it now. I've been fishing. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Now, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. It was very close to Big Toho Marina.
You think?
How-
He was
They
the
didn't have
only
anything.
one. He was the only one smart enough to drop the trolling motor down and stay in the marina and fish the wall with a shaky head. He caught a
fished
bunch
that-
of fish,
he
but
fished
that
that break wall, didn't he?
that's not where he caught the 9-pounder though. He caught it. He caught it on some grass, but it couldn't have been too far from there.
Gotcha.
Because after he beat it up all day, later in the day he went somewhere else, and that's where he caught the one on the shaky head. But he's leading
Where
it the
did he-
whole thing with 9.6.
Mark Rose is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's That's a $25,000 fish right now.
yeah, and and
No. No, right now it's actually about $100,000
if
fish.
right.
the
That's
whole
the biggest
thing,
one,
if he
that's
gets the
right.
biggest one of the whole thing, you get, or is it just the last day that
No,
catches biggest?
No, it's 25,000 a day.
A day.
A
I know
day.
he's won 25,000 a day for sure.
So he can win it. So if he gets to fish again, it's 25,000 a day.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Brent Ayler won it with an 8.
8-6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
So Rose is leading the whole thing with is 9-2 or 9-6,
Something like that. Yeah. It's a 9 something.
and that fish could be worth. It could be worth $125,000. I think he's in second place in this group. I can't remember who's leading it. I was watching it, I was watching a score tracker. But
I wish we'd go to Florida that time of year instead of going in January and February when the weather plays such a big factor. Because I've been going down there since 2011 now, and we've hit it good one time.
That's right. They try to go down there the first one because the weather will be warmer. That's just all it is. It isn't really the best time to go to Florida. The best
Who's
time to go
this?
to Florida
Y'all
is
see
probably
that?
May.
Y'all see that?
Who is that?
That's Robbie Latuso.
See, now that man's putting his time in.
That's one of them Louisiana boys.
I bet
I
if
don't even know
Newell
what-
Thrift was there, they'd still be out there. They'd be out there in the dark.
They make you come off before dark.
What time can you practice till?
I think you got to be off the water by sunset. I think, which is like 7:30 something.
Well, I consider that dark though, sunset.
Well, they're an hour behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Yeah,
Man, what's
We're
it
on
getting
that
daylight down there? Like 4:30?
Central Time. The lady at the store this morning told me that they're on slow time.
Slow time.
She asked me where I was from, and I told her. She said, "Y'all are on that fast time." I
Fast
said,
time.
"What you mean?" Yeah, she said, "We're on that slow time down here."
What's daylight down there? Is it 5?
It is daylight at like 5:20.
Whew.
Yeah,
Nice.
my sleep's all messed up. You wouldn't think an hour would make that much difference, but boy,
I would
it
bet
does.
you've probably had a little nap before this thing.
I did this afternoon. I sure did.
There
I came
you
off
go.
the water about 4:30, and tried to get me a little nap before this thing. I did.
Now, I bet you had your phone in your hand.
No, I didn't either. Laid it on the floor.
Oh, you actually laid down and took a nap.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
when
well,
I
on the
called him, I
couch.
woke him up.
Yeah, you did. Brandon had to wake you up. I know you pretty good.
Yeah,
I've
that's right.
been out of town with you. I know how you operate, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
And Big Di, he's probably fixing to go to bed.
You know, Big Di just came in when we started doing this.
Really?
Now
He's
look
serious
at this.
about
Now look at
this.
this big dog. Look at here. He gonna drive right by the dock.
God almighty.
No way. That's what they'd be doing to you like Norman would. They'll be on the dock screaming at
Somebody
you.
on here said you look burnt.
Somebody
That's
whoever
permanent.
said that-
That's permanent, y'all. He's got a permanent sunglass line and a red face. And what
No,
he
I
wears his
got
hat.
What fisherman?
I got a
does
little.
That's true.
I got a little burnt yesterday. It just with the clouds and the rain and everything, you put sunscreen on and then it rained. Get washed off. Today I went to the buff and all that good stuff today. So
But it
Can't be
really,
getting burnt
don't
up.
matter. We know when you either, I mean, when you're ugly and then you burnt and ugly, it's really, you're still ugly. So it
It's
really
just a
doesn't.
different
It's
shade
just
of
a
ugly.
different shade of ugly. That's exactly right.
the worst thing that burns on me are the backs of my hands.
That's why I wear those gloves, man, because they.
Mhm.
I wear
your
gloves
hands
too.
Yeah.
Look terrible.
I still
started
think
to
you
do
Yes,
look like
sir.
Bob Hedrick when you pull up to the boat ramp.
I'm
Yeah.
not commenting on that, sir. I don't talk about the guest.
You're a guest.
No,
I will say this.
the people that's watching, sir.
Hamrick has got one of the best tan lines I've ever seen. It's from
Okay,
your
we're
hat.
not. We don't need to talk about my tan
His
lines.
head looks like.
Does he
his
have a
head
turkey
looks like-
track?
No, it looks like a basketball, like the line from the trucker hat thing. It all goes up to a point, and then the whole front's white.
Oh boy.
Well, Lineberger's got a big old thick head of hair up there. He can't have that tan line.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
I just don't wear those hats that much. I've never seen it before, man.
Looks like he's growing hair up on a big turnip green or something. That's what it looks like.
Watermelon.
Now wait a minute. I
He's
believe
gonna
you
turn the
took
video
that
back
ball
off.
contest.
It took me 15 minutes to tell him how to turn the thing on. Don't make him turn it off.
Oh Lord.
Jason too said, might as well go get Dime, make it a party.
Okay, your dad's saying you don't need to reschedule because he's taking her at 4 o'clock, so you'll be able to leave from the tournament and go over there and still be there right before she goes into surgery, sir.
Yeah, your mom said not to reschedule.
You got to
too.
take care of Mama now.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you-
My Seawright's wanting to reschedule.
Yeah,
I
you-
gotta figure out what this is about.
Well, you might figure.
Well,
that
he
one out.
hadn't got all his help yet.
Mama's
We're
having-
we're supposed to be off limits. No phone calls. No
Now
nothing.
wait a minute. Now I heard from somebody that you were trying to get him to go up there and practice for you.
Who's
Really?
that?
Some guy used to have white hair.
Tim? I didn't say nothing to him about practicing for me. And
Dang.
that was
He's
Here
before.
not trying to
goes.
get caught and go. He ain't got to practice for him. He'll give him all the waypoints.
Here we go.
There we go. No, I have
Drama.
not broken the rule at all, and we'll
Drama
take a lie
already.
detector.
I'm gonna bring my voltmeter to these 1v1 things and hook y'all up on it.
Come on.
Let's get the lie detector on here.
I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna put a shot collar on your neck, so when you lie, it just zaps you immediately, and we're gonna film it.
I don't believe in lie detectors anyway.
I've seen some big liars pass them.
I can tell you they had a big tournament up at Norman one time, and I don't know what place we finished. I can't remember. We had to take the lie detector, but like 3 people had to take it. And the first person that got up there and took it before me was Scott Beatty. And
Oh,
I'm standing there
my God.
watching. You stand beside him while they take it.
Yeah.
The first question they asked him was, "Do you consider yourself a truthful person?" And he said yes. And that man passed him. I said, "I'm done with lie detectors."
So I've only been.
I
lucky enough-
thought you was gonna tell the Johnny Parker lie detector story.
Oh, well, if y'all want to hear the real, so Shane and Johnny Parker won a boat at Norman. And if y'all know Johnny Parker, his nickname is Lion A. Johnny Parker. So that's what I named him that because Lineberger was standing up in the parking lot and I walk up to him. I said, "Lineberger, what are you doing? Where's Johnny?" He's up there taking a lie detector. And I looked at him and I said, "You mean that Lion A. Johnny Parker's taking a lie detector? Hell, his name might not be Johnny Parker." And ever since then, that's been his name, Lion A. Johnny Parker.
I've only had the privilege of taking a lie detector one time, and when it started off, they gave me a sheet of paper and had 6 questions on it and the answers to them. So they asked me the question, I was just supposed to read the answer to get like a benchmark.
Yeah, a benchmark. Yeah, I got you.
So-
Voice stress test, they call it.
Yeah. So when it was over with, the guy looked at me and goes, "You passed, but barely." And I was like, "What? How do you just barely pass?"
How do
He
you
goes-
barely pass a lie detector?
He goes, "Well, man, you almost failed the questions I gave you the answers to."
They used to have the David Johnson fish off up there, and he had this lady that would come down and she would give you that voice stress test, and she had this old-fashioned reel-to-reel, like a recorder,
Right.
and she would do
Yeah.
like you say, and she would.
They used
and-
her in the dogwood too.
That's right, and then the dogwood, and she would get you to speak into it, and then she'd ask you questions, and then she could tell if you was lying. Okay, when I went up there one time, the thing wouldn't even work. She was winding it with her finger, right? I looked at the other guy in there and said, "She fails me, we're gonna have a problem." So
Hey,
anyway.
I got the best lie detector story ever. We back in, man, it was early in the mid '90s. I was in the South Fork Bassmasters, and we used to put a tournament on in the fall at Norman. And on the flyer it said polygraph will be administered. Well, me and the club president took the guy to finish first and the guy to finish second. Took them up there. You remember when you could go in the back of the store up there at
Midway,
Midway
yeah.
when Jerry worked on boats back there? He had that little room back there. We took them in there and said, "All right, here's the polygraph. Did you cheat? Nope. Did you cheat? Nope. You passed."
I've heard that before. They look at it. Do you think they cheated? No. Do you think they cheated? No. Y'all are good. Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell the one with your daddy where they locked him in that room. It was like 900 degrees.
That was Carolina Eagles at Wiley.
They kept,
They
kept
had to put
coming
him in
and
the
out.
sweat box.
Well, somebody kept coming in and out of the trailer, and anytime somebody comes in, they got to start all over. I've seen that happen
Yeah.
a bunch.
Yeah.
Not on me, but when you're second, you got
That's
to
a
hang
legit.
around.
That's a legit lie detector.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're second, and they administer a lie detector, you got to hang around. And I've been on the receiving end of being the first loser, and you got to wait an hour and a half for the lie detector to be done.
That one they gave Daddy down there at the Carolina Eagles. They took him back there in that trailer, and he come out, and it looked like they had dumped a bucket of water on him. He said that's the hottest he ever been in his life.
Yeah, I see Jody Wright put on here DJ. He didn't do lie detectors. He just put somebody in the boat with you. If he thought that if somebody said you was cheating, he put somebody in the boat with you. That's right.
They were known to do that too.
That's that. I don't agree with that though. I mean, you ain't gonna catch them all the time. Then if you go out and don't catch them with somebody in the boat, then they're gonna say you're cheating.
Well, they people would have said you'd have been cheating on Lake Norman when you fished against David.
They would have. They would have. Definitely would have. You wouldn't let me cheat, man.
I kept putting you on line.
I tried to go up to the skimmer wall, and you would never let me go up there and throw over.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Yep.
Uh oh, he done it
He's
again.
out.
He's out. He gone.
They mentioned skimmer wall. He is out.
Yep. There
I hit the button again. Hang on.
And you're gonna run this thing next week?
Yep, we're screwed.
Y'all are screwed.
There we go. I keep hitting the thing with my friggin' fat
Maybe
thumbs.
maybe y'all need to reach out on here and ask, is there anybody that's technical that knows how to run all this stuff can be on here to help you next week?
Scott,
Nah, we'll figure it out.
I played dumb.
I can get you going. We'll be.
You do a good
Very
job
well,
of it.
very
do. I
well, I
played
might
dumb.
add.
David said he plays dumb, and I told him he does a very good job at that. But he
Yeah.
says he can do it, so we'll see.
David, your mom is lobbying for you all.
She's
not
pretty adamant that we're
to
fishing
reschedule.
Tuesday, and if
Yeah.
Mama says it's okay, it's okay.
Well, y'all can bring Mike Seawright in here next Monday, and he can bring his little granddaughter. I'm sure she knows more about the computer than y'all do. She can probably do it. Ain't
You're
that
probably
Mike?
right about that.
That's right. Them kids know these computers now.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
There's Shane yawning again.
He's tired.
Killing me.
He might fall asleep on live.
I'm
We
sorry,
live,
y'all.
baby.
Watch the phone go ta-doom, 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 down the stairs into the
Slide
water.
all the way down the stairs.
If it falls off here, it's gone. I ain't even going to look for it. I'm telling you. 'Cause it's probably, I don't know. It's a long ways down to there. So.
No,
But
no,
here's the biggest
no.
thing. What I can see right here is there's a whole lot of poison oak down here. So I really don't care what's down there. I'm not getting in there.
Well, how about quit zooming? How about quit putting that phone up to your face? Every time you do that, the dang viewership goes down.
You like it?
Yeah.
No, Mom, we're not nominating Matt Queen for anything.
No.
Period. End of story.
No.
End of discussion.
Yeah.
Man, sorry, Queen, you're out.
Well, I
Okay,
can't
well-
believe y'all do old Queen that way, boy.
Well,
Queen's on here. So,
don't look
hey,
like we're gonna get Seawright talking trash on here. So
Hey, Queen, Shane and I are gonna have to shoot off before too long. You coming with us?
I might even show up for that one.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
Yep.
Queen,
Let's go.
You better get me off vacation next week. You
where
might-
we
might
going,
have to
Brandon?
change.
Where we going on vacation?
We are headed to Cherry Grove.
Really?
Yep. we'll be
For the
leaving
week?
For the whole week next week.
Man, you
All
can't
right.
hide money.
thought you didn't have any more vacation to burn.
I have 1 week left that I have to burn.
Oh, well, so you're burning it.
Yeah. So the coronavirus stuff.
Freed up, and you can get to the beach.
Well, my employer asked us to take half of our vacation by July 4th because things are supposed to get busy again after July. So it's good that they're showing that. So I've got 5 days left. I gotta get going.
Okay.
So you say you're riding with Seawright?
I'm with Seawright.
You better take Shane with you. He's your lucky charm.
Oh, I
That's
know.
right.
Trust me, Shane's good in my boat anytime. We laugh and cut up, and have fun all day. Even if I
Shane
do
does.
get beat.
Shane does tell the truth. While he talks trash about you, I give him that. I'll see what I can find to pick on Seawright about during the day. So I'll get him fired up.
I couldn't help it. I thought that my boat organizational skills were the worst in the world. Now I know they're not. So
Yours
I mean,
are really bad.
mine are bad, but they're not near as bad as David's.
Look here, I'm gonna tell a story on Shane. So we were up at High Rock one time, and we were smashing them. And he'd rigged up one bait, and it had a specific trailer on it. And about 4 fish into it, one of them ripped the trailer off. That son of a gun hunted for a single bag of Zoom products in his boat for I guarantee you 35 minutes.
Just because he wanted that trailer.
I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah, you think that's what you,
You
got to
think that's
have.
what it? Well, he put one on but finally and started fishing again, no more bites.
They
then he
didn't
sat
quit
down
biting.
and took it off, and literally went through. He finally found them. I don't know how they ended up in the bottom of his. I don't even know what that thing is. That big giant bin you have. They were on the
Yeah,
very
I don't,
Well, if he-
I don't have.
well, if he's like-
I don't have that anymore.
He's
I'm a
like
little more
my
organized now.
my boat is messed up as a can of worms, pretty much.
It was bad.
Mine's not that bad now. I got all my stuff in the Bass Mafia money bags.
He's an elite pro now. He's got it all organized. He's an
Well,
organization
Bass
freak.
Mafia makes
It's
some
not-
nice
They
stuff.
do.
not
They do
organized.
that.
Some real nice stuff.
It's not organized, but it's way better than what it used to be.
It's organized chaos instead of just chaos.
There you go. That's right. That's a
So,
good
so
way to
who
put it.
wants to come organize my boat? That's all I want to know.
I don't think there's any help for your boat.
No. No, what you need to do is that big green dumpster that you have behind the store. Just pull your boat over there and start chunking crap. Then go put all new stuff in there. That's what I would do.
Tell us about David's casting ability.
Oh Lord.
Well, he
Oh.
casted up 13.5 pounds.
Well, that's because he didn't have to throw under nothing.
Oh,
Actually, I got under.
If
by
the
half
sun
time.
would have been out, he'd have blanked.
Well, now see, here's the thing.
Here we go.
That's where you got to say he fished the conditions.
He did. He didn't fish
He
the
beat
conditions.
the-
The conditions
he
fished
beat-
him.
He beat the brakes off you. Is all I know.
look here. He was not casting under them docks on purpose.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think that's the only option he had, sir. He did good. I'm gonna give it to him. He did good. Now just do it against Seawright. If you do it against Seawright, I'll never come in the store again because I won't be standing and listen to
Don't
it.
say that. Hey, 'cause I'm just here to tell you, there's a lot of people that said that about David beating you too. Guess what happened?
It can happen. Anybody can beat anybody on a given day, sir. You know that. You know exactly that.
I think Wayne's put 2 comments on any of our stuff.
And
both
it's
of us
always been
that.
SBCF.
So
Who?
I want to know this,
Wayne
just curiosity. If I happen to luck up and beat Seawright, who's next?
I don't know.
Well,
How
we'll
many,
find out when the time comes.
I don't know how many legends there are left for you to take down if that happens.
Yeah, if David beats Seawright, we're gonna have to call him the Legend Killer.
Yeah, his nickname is no more DVD. It's
Yeah,
gonna be the Legend
he's
Killer.
gonna lose. He's gonna lose DVD. It's gonna become the Legend Killer.
Yep.
Did you see my video I put up of Seawright Saturday?
I did.
I got him pretty good Saturday.
Yeah, but then he took you to dinner though.
That's true. Well, he wanted all my holes.
I
Give it to
guarantee
him.
it.
Of course I did.
I'll say
He
you
bought
won
That's
that
the
dinner.
way it works. If you can't beat them, take them to dinner.
That's right.
Wow.
Him and his handler took me and Nancy to dinner. We had a good time.
That was actually kind of funny. I texted you and said it's been awful quiet on the group text. I figured you would have blasted Seawright by now, and then he sent me a picture riding in the car with Seawright. I said, "Uh-oh, damage control at its finest, right there."
I felt bad about calling him out,
Uh,
so I let him buy me dinner.
All right, so David, it's Tuesday, 1v1. I know y'all talk about more about it on Monday, but just in case y'all can't figure out how to turn this stuff on,
It's very possible.
y'all gonna fish daylight to 2 again?
That's it.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I listen. I should have taken the wheels of this show, but I didn't. I yielded to Seawright, and
that was dumb.
yeah, I'll take that, Shane. That was kind of dumb, given the fact that if the belt would have been this weekend, I would have beat Seawright, and have a feeling that if it was next weekend on Wiley, I could beat him again. I'm not sure of that, but I have a good suspicion of it. Hickory will be interesting.
Well, I wish I was pick Wiley. How
Jo-
stupid
Jody.
was that?
Jody, if you want to do that, buddy, I'll be your Huckleberry. If I'm still holding the belt, I will be your Huckleberry for that one. Fall on Wiley.
What is it?
You. I hear you.
Jody Wright told David he would fish in the fall is when. So that sounds like Jody's lurking in the shadows till fall gets here.
Let me tell you something.
Jody, by the fall, he won't remember what that belt looked like.
So how long do we have to wait before we can try to obtain it again?
Now.
I'd love to take you at Wiley. I'd love to get another shot at it at Wiley.
So we had someone challenge you the day you won it, and we opted to let you hold on to it for a week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but here's the deal. The champion is going to get. He's got to have like a rematch clause or something. You know, anybody else in whatever sport, if they lose, they automatically get a rematch. So I mean, we got to talk about something like that.
So
too.
you're saying I get a rematch?
You were never the champion.
I mean, he's got.
Now hold on. Now that's just technical stuff. There was no champion.
He does have a point.
That's not even right.
So I mean, technically,
Beat a man while he's down. I know how that works.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I mean, technically, you were never the champion.
If we was fishing Wiley, I'd be the champion.
So
You
technically,
two were the inaugural match.
after Tuesday, whoever has the belt can be challenged the following Monday, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
There you go.
But they got to do it on here, right?
That's right.
Yep.
So,
And let me go back to Matt's comment. Yes, I do get lucky every now and again.
we all do.
Everybody gets lucky.
I'm sitting.
I'll just take it. Let it keep coming
One of
on the days I need it.
One of the luckiest guys in the whole place is sitting in between me and you right now.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Well, I just,
Sir, that's educated luck.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you are about 60 years old. I mean, come on.
Really?
56.
I'm
We got that
39,
out.
sir.
We got that
I'm
out today.
39 years old. I don't know where y'all get all this
Yeah.
stuff. Y'all just are
You
haters.
can't get that ugly in 39 years.
Y'all are just haters, and that's all it is.
So, do you dye your goatee white then, or?
I want to get a hold of. C-Right keeps talking that trash to me. I'm gonna get him. Me and him. It's on, C-Right.
That'd be a good one. That would be a real good one.
Y'all need
I'm
to
not
stick
saying
to
I
playing
want you to
cornhole.
lose, but I'm just saying as much
I mean-
trash talking goes between C-Right and the Hammer.
I mean, but technically, I've already won the belt, so I've proven my worth.
You have.
So I
You
could,
proved
I
you got
could-
lucky. You proved you got lucky.
I could.
Hey, do it again. We can start saying, once is luck.
No.
Make it
no.
a trend.
It can't. Man, if he beats you again, that room that Jamie Horton opened up for you in Alabama, you'd have to go use it.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm
So,
not.
but
Yeah.
no, what I'm
Oh, yeah.
curious about though is to make this interesting and give C-Right his shot against you. If I happen to throw the deal Tuesday, default to C-Right, you can challenge him, and then we'll see where it goes.
C-Right knows you don't want none of me on Wiley.
You can't.
Not
be
right
throwing
now.
matches.
C-Right can get me on Wiley.
Hey,
A lot of
for the
times, but right
price,
now
I
ain't
can
the
do
time.
anything.
Hey
Huh?
man, Adam Sandler got locked up in the remake of the whole 9 yards or whatever it was, the longest yard for throwing a match. You can't be doing that.
I'll take him on Norman too, because he gets flustered on Norman.
Who, C-Right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
We might just have to have a 1v1 spin-off. That's for the number one contender.
This is gonna keep on. We're gonna have them seated.
undercard match.
Maybe we'll get as big as Dana White one day. How about that?
Heck yeah.
Well,
They'll be putting odds down in Vegas.
Shane Wayne Smelser wants to know when you're going to fish.
I'm just a
Wednesday?
cameraman.
That's all I am too.
I'm just a cameraman.
How did I have to be point man
Wayne,
on
they
that?
won't. They
You're the one that called Hamrick out. Is how you became the
exactly.
point man.
Exactly.
You're right. I guess
That's
I
right.
did. Hey, but you know what? I backed it up that time.
You're right. I wasn't going to let it go because that stuff happens all the time.
Wayne, Shane is not going to fish because he gets a lot of mileage out of talking crap to us when we get beat.
Now wait a minute. Now there were rumors that Shane did fish a 1v1 here recently.
That
That's
wasn't
true.
one
No,
v
we-
one. Was
we
two.
had a-
That
we
was
had
two
a-
versus two.
Yeah, we had a team. We had a 1v1 team tournament.
All right.
Yeah,
Came
we
out on the
did.
right end on that, didn't you?
Myself and Billy Rochester fished against Matt Airy and Billy Messick
On Lake Wiley.
on Lake Wiley.
What was the weights?
Myself and Rochester, we won with 11 pounds, and Matt Airy and Messick had 1067 or something like that.
Pretty close then. Pretty close.
It was real close. It was one of those days on Wiley that the spotted bass bit. So we all know what that means.
10 pounds.
When a spotted bass bite, it sucks.
Yep.
10-4 on the spotted bass.
That place is eat up with them now.
It is.
Seawright had 2 decent spotted bass on Sunday.
He
it
told
looked
me he
like.
had one about 4 pounds. Is that
Yeah.
true?
I saw a picture.
He
It
had
looked pretty
had
good.
one that was on the upper threes for sure.
I wish they would all get that big in Wiley.
They will. Give them
I think
time.
they will eventually.
Give it time, Shane. We're on the fast track for that. You catch more and more of them every year.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Kevin Thomas has just thrown us out here. Winners and Hamrick versus Lineberger and me.
Well, Kevin, what if I don't want Winters as my partner? He's lucky, but his luck's run out. I think Lineberger's been his boat captain. Lineberger be his partner, and I'll take Brandon as my partner. That's what we was talking about, because my boat captain's better than his boat
I'll
captain.
say you ask Lineberger, I can definitely net him good.
You ain't got to net them. You can fish.
I got the long arms though.
We might have to work something out on that. I like that idea.
That'd be fun.
That'd
I
be
think
fun.
I think it'd be nothing better to put us two together for a day and see see what happens.
There'd definitely be some smack talking going on.
If we're gonna do that, we're gonna. I mean, I fished with Brandon a whole bunch, so it would be unfair if I fished with Brandon. But I say if we're gonna do that, let's put the 4 names in the hat and draw them out.
Ooh,
Then it could be me and you.
it could be.
It could be.
Ooh, we can do that. That'd be. I'll go with that.
But here's the thing about it: we're not gonna fish nowhere local.
That's fine.
Yeah, we got to go somewhere we don't fish.
Yeah, we're not gonna fish anywhere local. That way nobody's. Well, I didn't want to show him my hole.
That's right. I agree with you.
And
Hey,
the
what about
thing
Lanier? Can we go to Lanier?
Oh,
Yeah,
I hope I
Yeah,
draw
we can
Shane if
go
we go to
Lanier.
Lanier.
I'll go down there.
we can go to Lanier. Absolutely, we can go to Lanier without a doubt.
Okay, we'll get this. We'll get this in the works. We'll keep that on the back burner for right this second.
And if we time it right, we can have a semi-professional camera boat, 2 of them, run around with us all day, and we don't have to have a camera in the boat.
What?
I like this. This is getting good.
Y'all are just deflecting off the 1v1.
We're not deflecting off anything.
Oh, we're trying to drag you and Lineberger in.
Seawright and I are fishing Tuesday. Seawright got his wish at Hickory, and may the best man win at this point.
I like
is
this
where I'm at.
idea.
I'm down.
But I mean, you're gonna have to. Whatever you do is gonna have to get scheduled pretty quick, because pretty soon it's gonna be. You have to fish at night, or you ain't gonna be able to stand it.
No,
especially if you go to Lanier. You just think boat traffic's bad around home.
Oh yeah, I know. That's near
go
Atlanta.
to Lanier.
Yep.
That's a good place. That's a good place to get your spine shoved up the back of your head.
Well, whoever's fishing with me.
Well, we'll put
whoever's-
Lanier in the hat. We'll pick him out of a hat. We'll just put lakes that we don't fish normally.
Whoever's fishing with me will be in luck then, because that old barge I got will take them all.
Yeah. Unless Brandon's driving.
Oh, you got people on here volunteering to be the cameraman. Yeah. Maybe that ought to. Maybe if you beat Seawright, we'll have to. That ought to be in the contract. He'll have to be a cameraman.
Oh man.
Would he know which end to hold the camera from?
Oh yeah, he'd
Look
take his
here.
granddaughter to show him, or Courtney. Courtney go with him and show him how to work it.
Technically, if we have 2 people in the boat, the man that's not running a trolling motor every once in a while could go live for 5 or 6 minutes.
That'd be good.
But what if I've got 2 boys down there that got a YouTube channel and they got access to boats. They got access to all the equipment, and they'd be more than happy to film it for us.
Well, we'll work all that
Well,
out
it's
in the
just at
future.
Lanier. If it don't go to Lanier, then we're not going to ask them dudes to travel anywhere.
Well, we could put Lanier, West Point. I mean, we could just make it a Georgia Fest.
Just think,
We'll figure
just
that
think
one
the
out.
trash talking that would go on if this happened.
Hey, we can come back down here for that matter.
Oh yeah, I like that place. I don't know about being in the dead summer. I don't know about that, but I'd love to get down there in March and do it.
We could go now. I'm with Shane. I'll ride with him. We
I
find
tell you
some-
what, y'all just come on down here about Saturday. How about that?
I'll be at Cherry Grove.
He'll be at Cherry Grove.
I'll be fishing the BFL at High
Y'all
Rock, getting my
scared.
butt kicked.
I'm gonna be
Here.
organizing my boat for the match against Sea Rice, so I don't have to listen to that.
Not
again.
on Saturday. Do you want? You better start on Thursday.
Well, maybe. I might have to start tonight when I get home.
All right, well we'll touch base on that little grudge
We'll figure
match
that one
next
out,
week
Sure.
after we get this thing with David and Seawright taken care of.
And I do have one other thing to bring up. I don't know if Lee's watching or not, but he called me and said that right now he's got one other person for his 4-on-4,
I
One.
forgot about that.
but
Are
he
they
said
that? Are they that scared?
he's got some other people that are wanting to confirm to do it, and he said the only thing he couldn't do was on Wednesday because he's got work on Thursday or something. He works funky hours or something. But
One. Are they that scared? He's been talking trash for 2 weeks, and he's got one other guy.
well,
What lake are they talking about doing this on?
that
Yeah, see.
they want to draw out of a hat or something. I know
We get to put 2 and they get to put 2.
something like that. I tell you, there too will be Watery and Monticello because he's got Keith Porter Fireball with him, and that'll be his 2 picks. And
Well, our 2 picks is probably going to be Norman and Wiley.
you think?
Probably.
I'll be all right on any of but Monticello.
Yeah, I've never
I
been
would
to Monticello.
listen. Don't worry about Monticello, boys. They're going deep down there. We'll be all right.
Well, as long as we
Yeah,
get a
but
little
they-
bit of practice.
But deep at Monticello is not like deep everywhere else.
It's like 60 foot deep.
No, it's
Yeah.
more like 30. And Shane, it falls into my wheelhouse. It's okay, buddy.
No, I mean, I ain't worried about it. Don't
I
get
don't
me
know if we got
wrong.
enough line to fish that deep.
We got a
around.
whole wall. David's got a whole wall of it over there.
Seawright's DD22s don't go that deep.
Yeah, he can make them go that
I
deep.
got some to go that deep.
Oh,
So, see, right. Did you stutter? I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say here.
Cam.
Line must be talking.
What's Cam?
I don't know.
I think he's trying to say camera.
Cam's unemployed.
Here we go.
Oh gosh. Not yet. Don't worry. He'll end up with your team. They
No.
get all the other Panther rejects. You know,
I'm telling you, if the Redskins sign him, I'm officially
a Panthers
declaring
fan.
not a fan anymore. I'm gonna be a Panthers fan, even though they're gonna be terrible this year too.
Well, you can pull for 2 Panthers teams, the current one and the old one.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Panthers North and Panthers South.
Yeah.
Are they gonna get to play football this year?
They're saying they are. I don't know. You never know. You never know what's coming
I
next.
don't know what's going on with baseball. Those guys can't figure none of that stuff out.
Yeah, they don't want to pay them. Is the problem, I think.
I would
All the
say-
money. They want to cut their contracts. Ain't
Hey,
they?
you
Is
know
that what it is?
It's all right though, because if all that wasn't going on, I guarantee you, and this isn't saying anything about Bass Fishing or Bass in general, but I guarantee you, Bass Live would not be hosted on ESPN2 this week if they had a bunch of.
So that
sports
might be
going on.
good for bass fishing.
They could be. It could be very good for bass fishing.
I mean, a lot of things, and it's like NASCAR. NASCAR starting back before everybody else.
Yep.
That's been big for NASCAR. It's going to bring NASCAR back,
I've
I
been
think.
watching NASCAR, and I don't know
NAS-
anything about
NASCAR will never come back until it goes back to old school. Run what you brung. This whole thing of all the cars set up the same.
Well, that's the new thing they're going to. All the cars are composite, and they buy them. They get them from NASCAR. I don't like that idea.
I mean, they're all
Nope.
built the same.
I don't know anything about the old ways, so I've been watching it.
All you know how to do is put gas in the car, right?
No, I can fix a car.
Can you?
Yeah. My brother is one heck of a mechanic, and he's taught me a lot.
Well, that's your
Boys.
brother, though.
Well, like when he does things, like how I set all this up tonight and none of y'all paid attention, I like get involved and try to help.
Oh boy, here we
Here
go.
we go.
That's how you learn.
Here we go.
How you know how all them holes you know from Roger? That's how you know.
Here we
same
go.
way.
Here we go. Mm-mm-mm.
I even fixed my outboard 2 weeks ago. How about that?
Did you?
Heck yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We're not taking your
Lost
boat.
the coil pack. It's shoot, that thing runs good now.
Did we get our scales working for Tuesday? Well, they worked for Sunday fairly well, or Saturday fairly well, so we'll see. I'm going to carry some extra batteries and a rain cover, just in case it rains.
And we can always use hand scales if we have to.
Yeah. I'm glad I had them.
Well,
Jason Gibson give us a. He said, "Don't forget about the Carolina Bills." He is right. They took a bunch of the Panthers too. Give us a carp report. I know Shane went not too long ago, but I've been seeing a bunch of pictures of Jason with rods. Are they biting anywhere?
I'm sure they are.
Them stupid carp bite most of the time.
They like it when it gets hot.
They do. The hotter it gets, the better they like it.
Well, when you get back, we going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm coming too.
You're
crap's
coming?
Fun. Heck yeah.
You going to the beach?
We'll have a party. Yeah, you going to the dang beach, man.
Yeah,
Hey, they got
go-
carp ponds down
You'll
there.
go more than once.
Oh, I know. I've been.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fun. I've been trying to lay off of it because
I can
it's
tell-
addictive and I call it washed up bass fisherman.
I can
It
tell
is
you the
very
carp-
addictive.
I'll be carp fishing at the beach for them flat ones that lay on their sides.
Really?
Dang right.
Mm-hmm.
I talked
Them
to
the
my
ones
buddy
I
down
like
there.
too.
Fish on charters. He said they are whacking them in the inlet.
Seawright wants to know, can he bring a 4-man team? Really, Seawright?
They're gonna be sponsored by Geritol.
What? I didn't say that, Seawright. I've been nice to you.
Geritol, jorts, and New Balances.
Well, Jason Gibson, we're out, Shane. He said carp spin slow, but you can catch me if you know how. So that you're out.
Oh, this let me give y'all a little insight on Jason Gibson and his carp fishing. The Saturday before I came down here, we went to Creekside. Jason's got a partner that he fishes with. Well, they split a set of rods. Well, I had to fish by myself, and just so happened I only got 2 spots down from them where we drew out. And Jason's partner won 5 spots. Shane won 5 spots.
Uh-oh.
And if I recollect correctly, Jason didn't win crap. So his partner obviously knew how to catch him, but he didn't. So, I mean, it is what it is. Y'all can figure it out from there.
Because y'all were throwing bad carp balls in his hole.
Him and his partner were throwing out of the same bucket.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
one of the best arguments I've ever seen.
Jason, you better defend your honor, sir.
It's too late.
That's one of the best arguments I've ever seen. Somebody kept casting over the line and throwing bad bait in somebody's hole. I didn't know what was going on. Shane had to explain it to me. It got ugly.
Really?
Heck yeah. Them dudes
People
at
will
the
do
carp-
that.
Them people at the carp ponds don't play, man.
You just think bass fishing secretive. Well, I'm just gonna tell you, it's not even in the same league as carp fishing.
Yeah.
What's this about people put antifreeze in their carp bait because they bite it real good, but it kills the fish? I've heard that before.
I've never heard of antifreeze. I've heard
I've had
Alka-Seltzer.
had
the fuck-
WD-40.
Yeah, WD-40.
Dude,
Uh,
are we really talking about carp fishing right
Man,
now? Like, are
it's-
we that bad off?
It's fun.
Let's get back to trash talking. I like the trash talk.
I mean, no offense, Jason, man. I know it's your pride and joy, and I'm not trying to smash it, but carp fishing, really?
Hey, man, it's fun.
Seawright,
it is
who's your
fun.
4-man team going to be? That's what I'm wondering.
Let me guess. Tap, Ben Lee. Well, the other ones are dead. Who else could it be?
the other ones are dead.
You're out, Hammer. You're on this side.
Oh, he'll bring David
I'm
Wright.
on the
He'll
dark
bring
side.
David Wright.
Yeah, you better watch out.
He's gonna bring who?
David
David
Wright.
Wright.
Who else
Oh,
could
my
he
God.
bring?
We're gonna go to Bugs Island then. We'll be all right with that one.
Oh yeah,
We'll be all right,
yeah,
Bugs
yeah.
You just better hope it's not the month of October.
You might better hope, sir.
I'm on your team.
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
I hope it's October.
Damn.
Man.
Mm.
All right. So how many more days of practice you got left? One more.
One more.
Then you got your meeting,
No, we're not having a meeting. We're doing a virtual meeting.
virtual meeting.
well, I hope it goes better than tonight has for you.
I hope you got the software downloaded and somebody can help you out, because if not, you'll
Well, he's
figure it
got
out.
he's got Robbie and Todd with him, so he can just sit back and watch theirs.
Okay.
He don't have to do anything,
That's right.
so he'll be good.
So, Shane, in your practice, have you covered a bunch of the lake, or you just kind of hunker down in one area?
No, I've just I put in one creek and I pretty much stayed in it both days. I mean, I went to one creek yesterday and then went to another one today, but I just kind of tried to fill out that particular area and what I thought it had, and that's kind of the only way I know how to do it. You know, when you don't know anything about where you're going. I mean, you can do all the Google Earth that you want and all this, that, and the other, and it'll give you a general idea, but there ain't nothing like actually being there.
Right. So I guess what you're saying is the best thing to do when you go to a lake you've never been to is pick you an area and just stay. Right. Try to figure
That's
it out.
right,
in there.
because especially a lake that's as big as this one, you'll never ever cover.
Yeah,
the
you don't
whole
have
thing
enough
in 3
days to practice. You better pick
Nah.
your one area out and pick it
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah, you figure
You can't
out.
run
pick
all
an
over
area
the
out.
lake every day. That just ain't
That's
gonna
right,
happen.
and hope you figure out an area that's got some fish.
Y'all
in
got
it.
what, 3 days of practice?
2.5.
2.5?
Well, this time we're going to actually get 3 full days because we don't have a meeting.
You don't have to go
tomorrow.
to the meeting. I got you. That probably
That's
start. I
right.
bet they start doing that from now on,
I wish they would.
because that way you don't have to deal with going to that meeting.
I wish they'd give us 3 full days of practice and then an off day.
Searight's being awful quiet.
He is, isn't he?
I kind of figured after that shot he would have fired one back, but
Nope.
Well, maybe his phone cut off.
He's storing it all up.
Maybe he fell asleep.
No way. All right, man. Well, we're at like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, the
So-
mosquitoes are starting to get out.
So you said 13 pounds a day will get you a
Yep.
check. And you said, 18? Did you say 18 to win?
Nah, that's about 21 to 22 a day is going to win.
21 to 22 a day is going to win. You think anybody's going to bust 27 pounds, 28 pounds one day? Or is it
I
going to
don't.
be?
I don't. The
So
fish
you-
just been pressured too much.
All right, so you think the guys that are going to lead, they're basically going to catch 20 to 21 a day
I bet you
Yep.
23 will be leading it the first day.
the first day?
Yeah, that's very possible. But that's a far cry from
That's the
27.
first day.
Well, that's a huge difference between 27. There's a big difference between 20 and 23.
Yeah.
well, you saw the guy that was leading. He did 50 pounds in 2 days and threw up 11 the final day.
Well,
Yeah, dadgummit.
There we go again, Shane.
Yeah, man, my battery's going dead.
uh-oh.
Hang on, is your flashlight on?
Nope.
Turned it around. Dang.
Well, we're gonna be rooting for you, Shane.
Yep.
You
I
and Robbie
appreciate
and
it.
Todd, we're gonna root for y'all. So
Hey,
hopefully
man,
y'all do good.
I just remembered. It's been so long since I
He cut his
since
camera
I
off
did
again.
fantasy
No,
fishing.
Robbie was calling me.
I gotta set my
There it is.
lineup up. I completely forgot about it. I was in like 19th place after the first two.
You better
events.
set your lineup. Are you gonna put Lineberger on your lineup?
I was trying to get some.
You trying to fill him out?
Yeah, if I needed to. He ain't telling me much.
All I can tell you this, you might want to put Big Die on your lineup.
All right, big die it is. They must be biting. Some,
Big Di knows he's been a you follow a bunch.
He's been down here a bunch. He's way more experienced here than I am.
All right, so this is what I got for the fantasy fisherman. Big die, whatever bucket he's in, and 87 pounds is going to win.
Yep.
All right. I'm putting it in. I'll have to pick out my other 4 buckets.
10-4. Well, I hope that comes true. I hope they're all 3 up in the top 10.
Me too. Be nice.
Because then I can say I beat some legends when they come home.
David, how's that feel?
I mean, it's a pretty good feeling.
He's got some miles out of it, I can promise you.
Hey, you know what? I have tried to take it very easy on you. I could have made it a lot worse, but I figured all your friends would do a good job of it
I'd
for me.
hate to see bad then. He took it easy on you.
I would too. Well, I got him back this last weekend. I beat him pretty bad.
You did win this weekend. Good for you. Too bad.
And
there
it was
wasn't
his home lake.
Too bad there wasn't a
I
belt
did
on the
mention
line.
that, right?
Yeah. So you're 1-on-1 on home lakes then. He beat you on yours and you beat
Well,
him
no,
on-
it's more than 1-on-1. I've been beating the brakes off of him this year
Yeah,
down there.
but look here, man. It's not Rusty Hooks live.
That's true. I didn't have the pressure on me of Rusty
so
Hooks.
You didn't have the validation. So right now you're 1.
Okay, well that's all old news. Me and David, we're not gonna fight over Lake Norman, Lake Wiley. Let's get off of that. Now we're talking about him and Seawright. I don't want
Well, we can't get
to
C
deflect
right.
off of them.
We can't get C right.
Seawright won't talk no trash on here tonight. I'm tired of
He's
picking on
probably
him.
grilling.
He might be. Although it's kind of late to be grilling.
Shane, I know you can't see the comments, but we got a lot of people telling you good luck down there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, well, we'll be rooting for you, and we'll talk to you later on in the week. And I know you need to get up there because Big Die's probably cooking.
Yep.
I'm sure he is.
And you tell him that I said that SOB can't fish.
All right, buddy. Good luck, man. We'll talk to you later.
Thank
in the
you.
week. Hopefully we'll see
All
you
right,
on live
appreciate
on
it.
day 2.
See you, Shane.
See y'all.
All right, David. This one's official.
Oh, are we closing out completely? Oh,
That's it. Unless you want to talk something else.
I mean,
If you want to talk, Shane ain't on here now. You could probably talk about him. You want to talk about it?
No, there's no need. Shane keeps his head right. He'll do just fine.
Is there something else we need to cover tonight?
Trying to think.
We need one more 1v1, or
No,
is there anything else local going on we didn't talk about? We got the BFLs covered.
no. Cat opens at
Cat
Norman.
opens Norman Saturday.
I can kind of give you an update. I can give you an update on the BFLs coming up this weekend
All right.
when time comes.
Before we get there, did you see Brett Collins' granddaughter lose that big one?
I saw he posted some videos from them fishing this weekend at Watery, but I didn't. I actually
I
watch
didn't
it.
watch it either. I didn't get to see it.
You talking about that little girl was eating it. I mean, he's had videos of her driving a boat since
Oh yeah.
I think
oh
she
yeah.
could barely walk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say I will conservatively say that the one she lost was about 5 pounds that blew up on a buzzbait, and you could see the look. I mean, she's got it. The look in her eyes when she lost it. You can tell
She's
eating
ruined
up.
now because
Yep.
she's going to be chasing that 5-pounder the rest of her life.
Yep. We can all go back to some fish losses
Oh,
that have
God.
made you want to go again real bad the next day.
We lost one at Norman one time, cost us $45,000 with 5
man.
minutes to go.
You lost 2 weeks ago that you'd love to
Well,
have back.
that's you can't count them all. You ain't gonna get them all in, boys. But
No, you're not.
when you're right there though, and you're 5 minutes from the ramp, and you got time to make 3 or 4 casts, and you hook him and you go to net him, and he comes off right at the net, and it
Oh,
costs
my
you,
goodness.
and you win 5,000 instead of 50,000.
Was that you and Hoover?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
So Reed and I lost the CBC regional here on Wiley. I guess that's probably 6 or 7 years
Mhm.
ago when they gave away. That was when there were 2 regionals and you had to qualify to go to the championship.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Yep.
they gave away that's when they gave away FX20s on
Mhm.
all 3 of them. And let's just put it this way: that day was so bad that Reed jumped off the front of our boat.
So mad, he was
so
frustrated.
mad
He just
and
jumped off the front of the
frustrated.
boat.
He set the hook on a jigfish and it came off. And he's like, it was a little one. And it jumped and it wasn't a little one. That was like the 5th or 6th one we'd lost. And he said, I'm going to fix this right now. I didn't know what was going on. And I felt the boat shake and I turned around and looked and he had jumped off the boat.
So mad, frustrated. Well, you can look at it 2 ways. You're gonna lose fish. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Man.
Certain kinds of way you fish, you're not gonna get them all in. But then there's other times that you have crazy good luck,
Yeah.
and it's something like you do something crazy and you catch a fish you never should have caught.
I
So
wish that I had
it
some
works
of that
both
crazy
ways.
luck. That same year, skipped the jig underneath the pontoon boat, and I was standing up, and Reed had already done it, and a fish came off the end of it and ate it. This was at Murray,
Yeah.
that championship that same year, and it shot underneath the pontoon boat. When he set the hook, the prop sheared his line, and I could see the jig was stuck in the top of his head. Like, I mean, I was sitting right there watching it. Like, I could see all the way underneath the pontoon boat. And that fish kind of, shook its head for a second. And if he had eyes, he would have blinked, I'm sure, and tried to spit it out. And then it jumped underneath the pontoon boat. Reed started. It was a bad year.
And he was.
So Reed started yelling, and the funniest part of the whole thing of it was there was an elderly lady sitting out on her porch, drinking coffee and reading the newspaper. Morning. She goes, "I sound like that was a real big one." I said, "Yes, ma'am. It was."
I mean, you have good luck. Fishing Kerr, BFL. I won the BFL there, and the reason I won, I did the same thing. Flipped up under a pontoon, fish bit it, set the hook. It's over 5. Takes me around the prop of the motor, and I'm about, I'm probably 4 foot back from the pontoon. I get on high, run up to the pontoon, and I take my rod and come around the prop with the line
and
like
just
that,
goes right off.
and it comes right off, and I get the fish in.
Yeah.
So see, sometimes it works both ways, but the
See,
ones
what
you
I was
lose is all
saying-
you remember, really.
So what I was saying about you being lucky, it's true.
Well, that's educated luck, man.
Yep.
Educated luck. Everybody's got stories, I'm sure.
None of mine are good. So what were you gonna say about the BFLs next week?
Well, I'm gonna be fishing in both of them, and I can probably tell you what 50th or 60th place looks like in them. So,
0.
nah, I hope I don't zero, but I've heard it.
I didn't say
it.
you. I said 50 or 60th place.
That's probably about where I'll finish.
Really?
I don't know. This counts on. I mean, I hadn't been over there, but everybody tells me how tough it is. Usually in June I do good over there, but I can't say that because I hadn't been. Usually they'll get on the brim bite by then, so hopefully they will be. But all this flooding and stuff ain't no telling. But they should have it stabilized by this week. They should have.
I won a club tournament there a long time ago, and we always fished the third Saturday in June, and I caught them off the bed in June.
Oh yeah, yep. I can believe that. But High Rock right now, I mean, there's probably places you could see them on the bed, but it's usually pretty dang dingy this time of year. So I don't know. I like fishing High Rock in June and July. That's about the only time I've ever fished it a lot. So
That's the only time they ever go there.
I know it's the only time
Always
the
go to
tournaments
Vegas
go over there, so I don't get. I'm usually somewhere else fishing. I don't get to go over there. Except this year, we've gone over there 2 or 3 times, just messing around during the week when we have those little wildcats and stuff. But
For some reason, I don't know why, but my experience on that lake, it seems like the hotter it gets, the shallower
they
it
do,
gets.
and they get up. I mean, it can be 95, 100 degrees, and the water temp be near 90, and they'll be up in 6 inches of water. That's what I like about
I've
the
seen
place.
with their backs
It's the
out
best
of the water.
summer lake I know of.
Why is that? Why do they want to do that there? Is it
I have
water
no
quality?
idea, man. It must have something to do with the way that place is just full of current all the time. I don't know.
Oxygen.
It's got to
That's
be.
the only thing I can think of.
I mean, I fished BFL over there one time. No, maybe it was ABA, and it was like end of the day, and it was hot. I mean, it was real hot. You couldn't hardly keep your fish alive. And I'm pulling up, and I'm fishing these little. I mean, fishing this deep under little things from the bite. And I told the guy, I said, "I'm telling you, this is how you catch a big one." About that time, 6-pounder. This is.
Yeah.
But,
You don't get many bites on that lake, but when you get one, it's typically.
and they're mean too, man.
Yeah.
You hook them, they might be under your boat before you can set the hook.
I had a co-angler there one time. He caught a legit 3-pounder and could not make it touch the 14-inch line.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've seen them like that. They look like shell crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so mad. He caught one because he'd caught a couple. It was on Shaky Head. He caught a couple on Shaky Head behind me, and they were all short. And he finally caught one and jumped. And he goes, "Finally, got a keeper." This is an ABA. ABA is only 3 fish limit, right?
Yeah.
He got
For
to
the
the
co-angler,
boat.
yeah.
And he got to the boat, and he went to put it in the live well. I said, "Man, you might want to measure that fish." And he looked at me kind of funny. I said, "I'm serious. I'd measure that fish just to make sure because if you take a short one to the scale, you have to forfeit that fish.
That's right.
And it's a penalty."
Mm-hmm.
And he measured it. I mean, he bent that thing every which way and
He
could
couldn't get it
not
to
make
touch.
it touch. And he put it on my scales, and it weighed 214.
And he might have took that fish up there and it looks like that, and they might not even measure
Yeah.
it, But Me and Chuck Poovey went over there one time, and we went up towards Potts Creek and fished those bushes up there. And he likes to throw a shaky head
Yeah.
on like 8-10 pound test. He throws that thing over there in them dang bushes. He gets a bite. He sets the hook, and it's about a 7-pounder. And it took him around every bush in that, and he still got that fish out of there. I don't know how to this day he got that fish out of there, but it was a big one. But I love that place that's one of my favorite lakes around here, really.
I like it too. I haven't been up there in a long time though.
But I hate they moved to BFL. I wish they had kept the BFL down here. Maybe even if they had it Sunday, kept it here. And I hate fishing the lake 2 days in a row like that because it's going to get beat to death.
Where's the regional at for?
The regional is James River from North Carolina.
That's North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my buddy Wheezy won the.
Yeah, I was there.
Co-angler.
He was staying with us. He was tore up. I was
think,
glad he won.
I think Wheezy's going. I think he's fishing BFL's better this year. I think it's just because.
I think he fished the one at Norman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wants to go back to the James River. I would too if I'd won
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's.
$27,000.
I like that place.
or
I'm not too hip on current though. I mean the tide. You know, it takes you really not know what you're doing on that tide. You have to know when and where to be at the right times to catch them.
Right.
And then, like we fished the Open up there last year, I had a chance to really do good on that thing, but I had two of them like break me off. You know, you set the hook and it gets you on them barnacles, and it's like somebody just cut it with a knife. I mean,
Right.
there's nothing you can do about it. The guy told me some guys use steel leaders up there on their baits.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I can see why.
I've never thought about that. My in-laws live in Monk's Corner, and we fish the Cooper River. My
The
father-in-law
same way.
do a lot. There's
Yeah.
some big. Well, heck, Britt Myers one down there. Y'all know there's big fish in there,
Oh yeah,
and it's the same way there. But he's got the tides figured out. Like we're so used to getting up the crack of dawn to go fishing.
well these guys
And
the
he'll-
locals that really know it. I mean, they'll run down there down the lake. They'll fish what they need to fish, and then they call it run the tide. They'll run a certain amount of miles back up the lake, and they'll start fishing. They're fishing the same tide all day. They follow it all the way up the river.
Yeah, well he'll tell me what time we need to go.
I'm
Because
lucky
we
if I
won't
have
go
one
real
spot
far.
to fish, let alone spots all the way up and down the lake. You know?
Well, it's kind of weird. You know, you're used to getting up 4 o'clock and go fishing at daylight. Like, we don't need to get out there till 10:30.
That's right.
Because
Because he knows when they're gonna
times.
bite.
Yeah.
That's right. And when you're catching them, you might be fishing a spot that a few hours later
Terrible.
they
It's
couldn't even have
dead.
been there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cooper River, what's up, Carl? Carl Carson, Denali Gamakatsu rep, just jumped on here, and he's from down that way, Summersville, Monk's Corner, somewhere in that area.
That's cool. Well, I'm sure he knows all about the Cooper River, Santee, all of it.
He's pretty solid.
Yeah, all those rice fields that Britt basically won out
Yep.
of, all those depressions. I fished all those with my father-in-law. When
So
the
you
water-
got a heck of a card for down there too.
when the
Maybe we'll
When-
take the foreman to Cooper River.
I ain't been there a long time, but I'm sure they're still getting the depressions.
Then we could lock up the Santee.
That'd be ugly then.
Maybe not this time of year.
They'll bite a frog somewhere.
Somewhere. Santee's one of those nemesis of mine. I ain't never. It's kind of like a Florida lake to me.
Really?
Well, it's Santee's. When you find them, I mean, when you know where they're at, you catch them, but you can fish a lot of dead water and never get a bite if you don't know what you're doing there.
I'll take you down there one time.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
you know it. I don't. I've done good one time in a BFL down there.
I can't catch 35 pounds, but I can. I'm okay down there.
It's good.
I feel like I'm okay down there anyways.
I know you've gone down there a lot.
It's just a fun place. It's like nothing like around here. It's like a
It's
wilderness
not fun if the
getaway.
wind starts blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty tough then. Tough on your equipment anyways.
Very tough.
It's fun to go down there though. I will say this: if you get down there, you need to make sure your equipment is ready to go, because if you break it down out there, that's it. You got no phone service. Nobody's coming to get you. You're on your own.
You can get lost up in the forest in that place too. But anyway, all right. Well, I think we can get off of this thing.
So you said 50-60th place on a high rock, but what's it going to take to win?
I mean, it took 17 this
Is it
weekend.
going to get better or worse?
I think it would get better. It's a funny place because I've been there where 9 pounds got a check, but it took 25 to win.
Right.
And I've been there where
151.
16 or 17 pounds win, and it took 13 or 14 to get a check. You just never know about that place.
Have you registered for it yet?
Oh yeah, I'm in them both.
What did they tell you what number you are?
No, you won't find that out till the
Till
night
Friday?
before. Yeah.
You going to practice?
Yep.
Friday with
I'm
Shorty. That's
gonna
right,
have
with
to.
Shorty.
I'm gonna have to. Me and the short man, we got us a room over there, and we're gonna have a good time. We'll probably go out to eat to the Itchy Bomb.
Itchy Bond.
Yep.
There's they opened a place up close to interstate called it's a wing place, something East Coast Wings or something like that over there in that shopping center by the.
Yeah, they got
Days Inn.
one of them over at the house.
Yeah, they
That's
got
a-
one up there now.
Yep. Yep. In Denver. They're
That's
good.
pretty good.
It's good. It's not the Itchy Bomb though.
No, it's not. All right,
We signing this thing out.
I think so.
Rusty Hooks Live, where our hooks may be rusty, but our points are always sharp.
Make sure and tune in Monday. We'll get the final trash talk session for the 1v1.
Hopefully, C-Rock can get in on that one.
I might just have to bring C right
I
down.
think you need to,
Oh, he'll be down here.
because we
that way,
got to
yeah,
get him on here.
We got to
'cause
get him down here because you're going to be here not being able to get rods ready, and if he's at home, that's an advantage.
I know he really don't want to come because he really don't like to talk trash, but we'll bring it out of him.
All right.
We're good at
You
that.
guys will have to do it. I'll
We're
be
good at
watching.
that.
I'll be watching from the beach.
And you'll be watching. We're gonna put on a show
But
for
just
you.
don't
then.
end up face down asleep in the sand, so-called. My dad put it.
Sounds
your
good.
phone's ringing too.
I mean, I've been getting phone calls all evening.
Oh, that's the wife calling.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
phone
yeah.
died, so
Did it?
yeah.
Yeah. Russ did tell on you.
Which was a complete and utter lie, but whatever.
All right, guys. You can find us here on Facebook Live. We do have a YouTube channel. All of our episodes are on there. You can go back and watch them.
Look forward to next week. It's gonna be a
And,
major trash talking session on here next week.
You know
can
what? We
also
we
find
got a
us-
YouTube channel, Scott. You and I might have to utilize that and do some
We do.
fishing videos.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, we got a YouTube channel. It's Rusty Hooks Live. All our episodes are up there. And we also have a podcast. We call this a podcast, but a podcast is really just audio. So all of our episodes, you can listen there on iTunes, Spotify. Basically, there's so many podcast players out there. I mean, just search Rusty Hooks Live. You can find us. We actually have some people listening to us from Ireland and Germany.
Really?
You'll believe that, yeah.
Oh.
So,
Quarantine must be real bad
It
over
must
there.
be.
It must be.
It must be. But yeah, we'll do a little something, and we can show people what not to do.
That's right.
And see, they can see what we do, and then they do the opposite. They'll probably do good in tournaments.
Sure.
So.
Well, it's just like Saturday at the tournament. You had to tie a little knot for Chris.
Well, he knew how to tie it. He just tied it a little bit wide, and I showed him a quick way to tie it.
Maybe
who?
you'll show me one time.
Yeah,
Chris who?
Carnes.
Carnes.
Oh, Chris Carnes.
Yeah, it's a little simple loop knot you can tie. And you can tie it faster than a polymer knot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and it holds, it never breaks. So if you're in topwater fishing, you need that loop knot.
Yeah, loop knot's key, especially if you don't
Hopper
have a
or
split
something.
ring or something
Yeah.
on the front of it.
Yeah, I
You gotta
don't
have
like
a
to
loop
put
knot.
split rings on
I
them.
don't
So
either. It makes the nose of it
yeah,
get down in the water. I don't like it either.
we can show a little something and do something. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Catch us next week here. We'll get the one more 1v1 showdown. They have to bring his A game.
What?
I'm not gonna be
Bring
here,
your
man.
A game.
Oh, yeah. No, we'll get through it one way or another.
All right.
Sounds good.
Good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight.